but my music is still my music. And you play on my music, you play on my life. You play on my life, you're gonna disappear.
Yo, moves is made. It's paid. That's just how it is. When my time is up, I'm gonna be out with. I'm gonna try to live. I mean, day by day. Ain't nothing sweet about it. Act like you don't know what I'm saying? You read about it.
From vaccines to sacrifices, what if DMX died from conspiracy theories and not drugs like TMZ told you?
He do movies as deep as Scar Jackie Chan.
Yeah. Because God gave me the opportunity.
Yeah.
That's all. God gave me the opportunity. You have to be able to humble yourself and know that, what you got, know where it came from. I grew up with the thing, hard living. Found the source of the pain, God given. You left with no shelter in the rain. Out in the stay dry, so it wasn't insane. Every time you go through something, there's something to gain. The only truly suffer if you remain the same. Let the dirt you go through change you. Don't forget, he was Satan who's an angel. Can't go through life walking by. Only speak your heart, but talk your mind. One thing led to another. How I get down is I will bleed for my brother. And I'm a different I'm gonna say I want to stop all that different.
When DMX started going against his record label, Def Jam and Jay-Z in 2003, he must have had no idea what stories would be cooked up about his death. If he did, bet he would have just gone with the flow. But unfortunately, he didn't. Now, he's gone on a one-way ticket to the afterlife.
So what's the word, man? I mean, you with Def Jam and Nada, what's going on?
I'm with Sony now. I'm with Sony now, you know what I'm saying? And I had to get the fuck up off of Def Jam. Like,
what happened, man? Like, you was over there for years. That's
cats playing games, so I'm going raw, run up in that building and kick down the door. Y'all don't want no problems with X. Y'all want to see them four-legged beasts with them collars on their necks, or the niggas downstairs with the text. You know the rest. What's wrong with y'all? Take respect, dog. Why them cowards froze me quick. I pop up, catch some cozy with Chinese slippers and silk scarves on. I here trying to get his bark on. You wonder why the dog gone. I couldn't take it. Come on, man. Real talk. Real talk.
Right. So, man, what did you know going on, X?
DMX signed to Def Jam Recordings back in May 1997 through his friend Irv Gotti. Irv had DMX signed up for the label after he became A&R of Def Jam. And only if he had known that that was the first step in sealing DMX's fate, Irv probably would have just stayed quiet.
So I'm sitting there, as soon as when they was finished, yo, we gotta sign DMX. They start laughing. Tina Davis, James Jones, who was my boss, is the senior vice presidents of the A&R department. They're like, what? They laughing. And they're like, just learn how to do your job first. So they dismissed me. Every meeting after that, I'm saying, yo, when could we sign DMX? And they not letting me do it. So I quit. I'm home for like a week. My phone rings, it's Leo Cohen. Yo, what you doing? I said, yeah, I thought Def Jam was live. Y'all is lame. I ain't with it. He said, what do you mean? I said, you heard me, I ain't with it. I said, I'd rather take my chances on the street doing whatever the fuck I'm doing than to work at Def Jam. Because they wasn't letting me sign DMX. So Leo, Irv, just get back here. Just come back. I'll make it right. Come back.
April 9th, 2021, the music industry lost DMX to the cold, brutal hands of death at just 50 years old. According to Westchester County's medical examiner's office, DMX's death was the result of acute intoxication, which led to cardiac arrest. And just like that, he was gone. Though many first claimed it was just another OD, official medical reports refuted that, claiming that his brain lacked blood circulation due to the traces of cocaine found in his bloodstream and previous drug addiction.
Fresh raw all day, stop loading, sweat tan, by bulging, holding it down on the corner of my block, holding my body rolling, drop the price of the coke, throw competition out, let the dough that low end, cop closing that. I can do the time, but what's really on my mind ain't no holes in the pants. I play the low end, try to make it hard to find. Instead, still trying to build the case since '93. Bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back.
That was
Back in the pool.
Now, this is when the theory started. At first, it was rumored that X died due to his outspoken nature and the need to be silenced by powerful members of the music industry, which basically pointed at two entities. Yup, you already know. Def Jam and Jay-Z. After his signing in 1997, DMX released his studio album It's Dark and Hell is Hot in 1998, making him one of the biggest names in the music industry. His album paved a platform for him to rise among other stars at this time. However, nothing was meant to last forever, and just like that, DMX's relationship with his record label hit rock bottom in the early 2000s when DMX came out to complain about Def Jam exploiting young rappers and taking the money they worked their ass off for.
And what did they do? They sold the company. They invited me into a house and they sold it. Yeah, I am mad. You know what I mean? All right, I'm mad. I feel betrayed, man, but it. You know what I mean? It's a business and I'm gonna carry it like a business. But my music is still my music. And you play on my music, you play on my life. You play on my life, you're gonna disappear.
But even at this moment, DMX still had a fairly good relationship with the record label. The media picked up on his previous complaints as a slight misunderstanding between the rapper and the record label owners. Now, X returned to dropping the street jams back to back until Jay-Z took over Def Jam. And after that, all hell broke loose. In December 2004, Jay-Z took over Def Jam's recordings as the president and CEO. And this led to big rifts between the record label and their most promising rapper at the time. Yes, DMX. Now, the beef between Jay-Z and DMX is supposed to be stemming from a rap battle the two of them had back in 1994 in the Bronx pool hall. And it is believed that, since then, the dislike that DMX had from Jay-Z was deep-rooted.
What they all say, they can't stop me with room, but I'll touch raw all day. Sock loaded, sweatpants by bulging, holding it down on the corner of my block, holding my spot rolling, drop the price of the coke, throw the competition out, let the dough that low end, cops exploding in. I can do the time, but what's really on my mind ain't no holes in the pants. I lay the low and try to make it hard to find. Fed still trying to build the case since '93. Bring it back, bring it back. Come on, baby. Bring it back. You already know that. Around.
That was
Back in the pool.
Yo, moves is made. It's paid. That's just how it is. When my time is up, I'm gonna be out with. I'm gonna try to live. I mean, day by day. Ain't nothing sweet about it. Act like you don't know what I'm saying? You read about it. Drift off like an armadillo. Smother your ass, shoot through the pillow. It's brilliant. Manic depressive and my head hurts. No, give me your dough and your hoe in here. Take these hot things. I got things that make spin. Put in the wind where you never see again. I bless it with stitches, the thin type, and a straight face will put pinstripes across your windpipe.
Start off my day, I'm off in blood. I miss my gun. I'm often bloody, but not these days, cause it's no longer. I am way worse than the pain. With 8 bullets left in the chain. Can't imagine the day. You done got these 4 shots aimed. With straight to 50, I got high control. You think I don't get tempted? Gotta be alive for told. You can't hold it outside opposition. Got stress on my mind, but I got inside opposition. Coming from my own time and blind. We walk in pink, but don't provoke it. You ain't gon' run. We fight with those that fight with us, and the guy ain't no one. Cause ought to be glad. Oh, she got hold of us. Cause if it was for that man, there'd be no controlling us. His body laid in red warm, twisted and broken poses, blood puzzles soaked in his clothing, look like roses, smelling vultures, and Moses couldn't save him. We leaving the way we came. Assalamu alaikum.
Some fans believe that DMX was killed to stop him from exposing the truth about the deep, evil, satanic influence of the music industry, as the rapper started leaning heavily on faith and God and had admitted in public several times to the word of God.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I talked to Mace about it, you know what I'm saying? Because I know my true calling in life is to be a pastor, you know what I'm saying? So I talked to Mace about it, and I'm like, yo, you know, I'm tired of dealing with these fake ass in the industry, and you know what I'm saying? I'm killing somebody. And he's like, yo, as long as you have that talent, you know what I'm saying? You don't have the right to say whether or not, you know, you want to use it. You know what I'm saying? That's God's gift to you, and as long as you have it, you have to use it.
The theory spun around the Illuminati, which, by the way, is also a popular conspiracy theory. They claimed that the Illuminati allegedly killed him to keep his mouth shut forever. His death was tagged a ritualistic sacrifice, especially with the fact that he had happened to die at around the same time as two other hip-hop legends, Black Rob and Shock G. X died on the 9th of April, Black Rob on the 17th of April, and Shock G passed away on the 22nd of April. All three in the same year, 2021. DMX frequently called out other big rappers in the industry, exposing their criminal lifestyle through his lyrics, and that put him in the good books of everyone on the street. So, when he died, a good amount of his fans started connecting the dots. During an interview in February 2021, which happened to be 2 months before his death, DMX said, "If I drop dead now, my last thought would be, I lived a good life." This particular quote gave many of his fans and conspiracy theorists sleepless nights. Since he's spoken about his early career battles with Jay-Z.
Yeah, because this battle happened, right? Correct?
Couple times.
Couple of times. It wasn't just one.
Nah.
So when you and
when the
Jay-Z
people
tend
to refer to
Big,
what happened backstage.
We heard that Big L had recorded that one battle.
They said that Big L
That's
recorded
crazy by
that
itself.
battle. Do you remember Big L being there?
Vaguely.
No, I can't say
Not
that.
at all.
I know Big L. I know Big L. I'm a
Right.
But you was trying to take Jay-Z
fan
out.
of-
Rest in peace, Big L.
What it was Rough Riders had Harlem Nights, right? They was from 135th Broadway, the project building right there. And J. Crew was Original Flavor.
Original Flavor.
Right.
Before they was Rockefeller.
Right, they had the Hawaiian Soupy shit, all that vibe. So it was their battle.
Oh, so you battled him during
It was like I was the big gun on my
Rough
side,
Riders, yeah.
and he was the big gun with them.
And it wasn't Rockefeller, it was Original Flavor.
Nah, the Original Flavor was the group.
Oh, wow. This is
group. So it wasn't no Rockefeller then.
There wasn't no Rockefeller.
Nah, Dame Dash was there, Jay-Z was there. Their whole crew, the original, whatever.
Right, yeah.
Hawaiian Soapy. So how you calling it Hawaiian Soap? Yeah, that Hawaiian.
Original Flavor was the name of the group.
Right.
Right. Okay.
His breaking off from addiction and his newly found faith.
I survived the 25-year addiction. I survived the 25-year addiction, not because of my own strength, not because of anything that I gave to myself or did for myself or did to myself. God did it.
Make some noise for
God.
God.
Did it.
Make some noise for God. God damn it. Come on, everybody.
There's more to it. There's more to it. There's more to it.
Right.
Again, sometimes we won't know what God is willing to do for us until we're in a situation where only God can do it for us. God won't walk you to what he won't walk you through. Woo. He won't walk you to what he won't walk you through. And like I said earlier, God is the only one who can have a bad situation become a beautiful situation without ever changing the situation. The only thing, listen, the story has already been written. It speaks on before we were born and refers to after we're gone. So if the story has already been written, if the story has already been written and it goes from A to Z and we around Q somewhere, then what makes us think as his creations that we can change any aspect? What makes us think we can change any aspect of the story? Then that would mean that we have the potential of calling God a liar. That if we could change any part of the story, that would mean that we have the potential of making God out to be a liar. And we don't have that. We don't have that, but we're not able to.
Let's make some noise for DMX being smarter than all. He's smarter than everybody. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Yo, what it is,
You want another shot?
is the only thing that can change is our perspective about that situation. The situation won't change. The story has already been written. The story has already been written. Once again, it speaks on before we were born and it refers to after we're gone. From Genesis to Revelations, the book has already been written. The story has already been told. We're somewhere in the middle. Just because he didn't specifically mention our names don't mean that we ain't caught up in the middle of that story.
Tell him.
Only thing that we have to, the word doesn't say we have free choice. The word says we have free will.
Free will.
The word don't say we have free choice. The word says we have free will. Will is your intentions. Why you did it. And believe it or not, that makes all the difference in the world. Me and you can do the same exact exact thing, but the reason why we did it will make all the difference in the world.
Right.
Example, all it takes
Break it
is
down.
this right here. All it takes is this right here to
Break it
end somebody's
down.
life.
Trigger finger.
All it takes, that's all it takes is a moving of a finger to end someone's life. But you did it because somebody kicked your door open and you defended your family. I did this because I wanted to
rob you.
Not mine. I wouldn't rob my ass. Let me finish my sentence. Let me finish my sentence. But the same thing. You did it because you protected your family, defended your family. I did it because I wanted to rob somebody.
Right.
One person's right, one person's wrong. So the same act was committed. We did nothing different. But what was different about what we did was our intentions. That makes all the difference in the world. It's not what you did, it's about why you did it. It's not what you did, it's about why you did it. If I kill somebody just because I want some money, then I'm a piece of
So I got one more question before we break.
But if I did it because I wanted to protect the world or save the world, then I'm all right. David was most favored, was God's most favorite person. You know what is David known for? His favor he received from God. But what a lot of people don't know, he set the motherfucker in war, put him on the front line because he was wife.
That's hard.
David actually did that. Yeah. David did that because he was still God's most favored.
But this wasn't enough for the theorists. They were thirsty for more. They deeply wanted to prove that DMX did not die of cardiac arrest, like his medical reports say, so they went all out. After the Jay-Z accusations, they proceeded to claim that he was sacrificed. Unlike other rappers who have been accused of other people, DMX wasn't the suspect. He was the target. He's the hero whose life got cut short because, according to them, he was a troublemaker. Many believe that the underworld of music offered DMX's soul as a sacrifice for his loose mouth. This take is quite popular on Reddit, as tons of Reddit users preach this gospel like a broken record. Of course, that wasn't enough. A mere sacrifice wasn't enough, and thus began the unending chain of accusations and extremist theories. At the top of the list is one which paints the government as the perpetrator of this crime. The CIA killed DMX. I mean, according to the tons of posts on Reddit, DMX was killed by the CIA in an attempt to cover up the government tracks, as the street-claimed man of God and was about to reveal their secrets. Some of his fans did not share in this sentiment. Instead, they believed that DMX got the COVID-19 vaccine and that ended his life. After the outbreak of the pandemic in 2020 and the emergence of the COVID-19 vaccine, a minority group of people managed to label the vaccine as a machine. To them, it was the perfect cover, clean, quiet, and official that DMX would be through the use of a medical-related option. This way, it could still pass as a medically certified death in the news reports. Only did they address it as a government experiment, they said DMX was taken out to add fuel to the fire of his album. Def Jam released his posthumous album, Exodus, which ended up doing a good number on the charts. This action prompted suspicions from the public and his hardcore fans who believed that he was worth more money to the label dead than alive. This follows the conspiracy theories of Michael Jackson's and Prince's death, which is that the industry gains more money when an artist is dead than alive. Look, say what you want, but throw them damn theories out the window. But DMX's longtime lawyer, Murray Richmond, made it clear in a public statement alluding to the medical reports. He clearly stated that DMX died from a heart attack and not the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, while Jay-Z and Def Jam keep silent these claims, the fans, they just keep coming up with more and more theories surrounding X's death. The vaccine theories have gained more and more public ground, more than the sacrifice and more than the Illuminati, because no one, not even his family, has come up and spoke against those claims. I mean, listen, maybe they just know it's just too ridiculous to even entertain. That's just gonna keep allowing the conspiracy theories to formulate. But listen, beyond all of those things, one thing for sure and two things for certain. X is definitely one of those artists that will continue to live forever. You leave us a comment letting us know, what do you think about this story? And what do you believe about X and his death? Alright? Go ahead and like, go ahead and share. And yo, we got merch now. Yeah, you see it? The Brooklyn way. Thank y'all. Once again, peace and blessings.